Hey there guys, welcome back. I gave you two tasks in the last lecture, so let's see that. The first task was optimizing the students' marks problem. See, here we have the solution. So when I run this and enter any marks like 200, then see, it is giving distinction. But it was not expected. Our marks should lie between 0 and 100. So the values out of this range should give us something like invalid marks or please enter the correct marks, but not this output, right? So how can we handle this? I can make these cases works only if the marks lie between 0 and 100. Otherwise, we print some message like invalid marks. So let's see. Making new file. I'll name this file f1.py because it is the optimized part of f.py. So let's start with taking user input. Marks is equal to int input, enter the marks, and I will use if marks are greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 100, then do something. Here, a result will print according to the condition. And if marks are not in this range, then I'll write else print invalid marks. And from f.py, I'll copy this and paste. Okay, now see, pasting the codes can be risky, like in this case. Here our indentation gone wrong. First of all, this print is inside if. So here I'll give a tab and this whole blocks come under this if and they are the part of inner if. So from this elif up to print of else, select it and press tab. See, if we fold this outer if else, then maybe it will be more clear. If we see overall code, then we have one if with its else, and inside if we have one if with its 3 elif and 1 else, and in the outer else we have one statement only for printing invalid marks. Okay, so I hope you guys understand this. Now let's see if the solution is working or not. Running f1.py. Let's enter the marks 200. Invalid marks. Okay, so this time at least the wrong result is not showing up. Let's check for other values also. Suppose -10. Invalid marks. Okay, good. And running again. Let's check for some valid marks. Let's say 80. Distinction. Okay, now the solution is working fine. And if you have any suggestions for optimizing this more, then feel free to tell me in the comment section. Okay, now let's see the second task. It was to write a program to tell whether a year is a leap year or not. So I'll make new example h.py. So what is the condition for a year to be leap year? First of all, if a year is evenly divisible by 4, then it can be leap year. So if year modulus 4 equal to 0, for time being I'll write here pass. We can't leave a code block empty in Python. If we don't have anything to write, we can just write pass. This is temporary, don't worry. So now if a year is not divisible by 4, then it is not a leap year. So I'll use else and print not a leap year. Now coming back to if, and we will check again for century year. If a year is not a century year, means if year modulus 100 not equal to 0. So if a year is not a century year, then it is a leap year. So print leap year. And if it is a century year, then it will come under else part. So else, if it is a century year, then it has to be divisible by 400 to be a leap year. So else, If year modulus 400 equal to 0, then it is the leap year. So print leap year. And otherwise the year is not a leap year. So else print not leap. And we will take the year as input. So year equal to int input, enter the year. So let's check. Running as.py 2000, enter leap year. Okay, again checking for, let's say, 2002, not leap. Okay, great. So we are getting the desired output. Okay, so now here's your today's task. Task 1. Shop will give discount of 10% if the cost of purchased quantity is more than 1000. You have to ask user for the quantity, and suppose one unit cost 100, then judge and print total cost for user. Okay, this is your first task. The second task is, a company decided to give bonus of 5% to employees if his or her year of service is more than 5 years. Ask user for their salary and year of service and print the net bonus amount. Okay. And task 3. A student will not be allowed to sit in exam if his or her attendance is less than 75%. Take following input from the user: number of classes held and number of classes attended. And you have to print percentage of class attended. A student is allowed to sit in the exam or not. Okay. So do these tasks. These are often asked in coding interviews for freshers. You will find the document of questions in the description below. So that's it for today. We'll see advanced problems in the next video. So see you there. Thank you.